coming up on OU Nightly. It's Election Day in Norman. What voters are telling us as they leave the polls.
And we have storms and potential severe weather impacting Norman as we head into the weekend. I'll have all the info coming up.
And the serious social media post made by the president as his deadline for Iran to cooperate is now just hours away. This is OU Nightly. Voting in Cleveland County is happening today. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. People are currently voting at multiple locations across Cleveland County.
Some of these locations include St. Thomas More University Parish and Student Center and the West Norman Public Library. OU Nightly reporter Cariana Gamboa is at the West Norman Public Library with how the voting turnout is going. Cariana?
Leah Reagan, I'm here at the Norman Public Library on the west side of town, and as you can see behind me, people are coming in to vote for today's special election. Now, there are 5 propositions on the ballot, as well as a runoff race for a council seat in Ward 5. And earlier today, I went to a couple of other polling locations to speak to Norman residents about what brought them to the polls.
We vote all the time. We try not to miss one.
Norman residents heading to the polls voting on 5 propositions on the ballot: the renewal of a streets maintenance program, hotel and motel guest tax, city charter changes, and a permanent homeless shelter bond. Voters telling me what brought them to the polls, and the most controversial one, the homeless shelter bond.
The homeless shelter for me, because I'm for them having a place for the people they seem to be increasing. And I think it's a responsibility to take care of those that can't take care of themselves.
We'd be able to have the funding go towards it, and if the proposition does not go through, we would still have the temporary homeless shelter.
Others not in agreement of the permanent shelter.
They want us to spend millions upon millions of dollars to take care of a couple of hundred, which continues to grow.
Cherry Creek resident Cammie Taylor tells me she doesn't agree with how the city council has been operating and says she's voting to see change.
And I voted no on every single issue, every one of them. They're just not taking care of business. They're not paying attention to the citizens. They're not listening to what we want. And the only way that you can get change is to vote.
Now, the polling staff here tells me that almost 200 people have come into this location to vote today. And if you're still wanting to vote, you still have about 2 hours to do so. Those polls close at 7 p.m. OU Nightly will continue to follow the results, so stay with us for that information. For now, reporting live in Norman, Cariana Gamboa, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Cariana. If you need to figure out where your polling place is, you can visit the Oklahoma Voter Portal online. Leah, I went outside today and I was very pleased to see that the weather felt amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice outside, but I'm wondering if this is going to stick around. Luckily, we have OU Nightly meteorologist Scotty Allen in studio with us. Scotty, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. We have those warmer temperatures, that sunshine. We were in the 70s for right now. We're Norman and Oklahoma City. Those are more seasonable temperatures, but that sunshine's not going to be sticking around, with the Climate Prediction Center showing above average rainfall for Texas and Oklahoma going into the end of your weekend and early next week. And with that's going to be a severe weather threat. That'll be going full breakdown later on in the show.
Thanks, Scotty. Oklahoma City Community College is closed after the campus was damaged during last week's severe weather outbreak. OU Nightly reporter Caroline Kramer joins us in the newsroom with an update on the closure. Caroline?
Leah, Reagan, the Oklahoma City Community College will remain closed until April 13th. On Friday, students were sent an alert saying the campus will be closed due to damages the college sustained from the severe weather. OCCC currently has the gates closed, with police being told not to let anyone into the campus. With all locations being closed till Monday, classes and campus services will be conducted remotely. Reporting in the newsroom, Caroline Kramer, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Caroline. A juvenile escaped from a juvenile detention center here in Norman earlier this morning. The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office says the teenager fled the Allen J. Couch Center and attempted to steal a vehicle from a nearby apartment complex. Multiple agencies responded to the scene, and the teen was taken back into custody around 8 a.m. The sheriff's office says nearby buildings took safety precautions until the teen was caught, but local businesses said they did not receive any warning about the situation. It's unclear how the teen managed to escape the facility.
President Trump increases the pressure against Iran. Matthew Carson has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
In a Truth Social post written this morning, President Donald Trump threatens Iran, saying, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight." Trump threatened mass destruction of Iran's power plants and civilian infrastructure if the Strait of Hormuz isn't open by 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif proposed a 2-week ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran in order to negotiate. Neither party has responded. And the U.S. has successfully struck multiple military targets on Karg Island in Iran. The island is a key point in the exporting of oil out of the Strait of Hormuz, but no oil facilities were hit. White House officials say that in taking the island, the Iranian regime would be left, quote, totally bankrupt. And the co-founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, is set to give testimony before a House committee to discuss his connection with Jeffrey Epstein. Gates' name and photo appear in the Epstein files, and Gates has said that his relationship with Epstein was, quote, a huge mistake. Gates is set to testify on June 10th. And a Maryland drug bust resulted in the seizure of 42 kilograms of cocaine. The drugs were supplied from a Mexican cartel. Reagan, Leah, back to you.
Thanks, Matthew. The medical marijuana industry is under scrutiny following comments from Governor Stitt.
We'll break down the controversy for you after the break.
And one over-the-counter medicine is seeing a decline in use after comments from the president.
We'll have what medical professionals have to say when we come back.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Governor Kevin Stitt's criticism of medical marijuana is concerning business owners across Oklahoma's marijuana industry. OU Nightly's Matthew Carson has that and how the industry is reacting to Governor Stitt's claims.
One of the greatest threats to public safety is the out-of-control marijuana industry.
These comments from Governor Stitt ruffled the feathers of many in the medical marijuana industry. While many agree that the industry is in crisis, some think that the government is partially to blame.
If the Oklahoma government doesn't want cannabis to be around, like, what better way to do it than just basically not really regulate it, and then say like, hey, look, everything was a failure, so therefore we must get rid of it.
Havard Industries, a transparent testing laboratory based in Oklahoma City, says the problem lies with lack of reliable government regulation.
Certain laws and regulations don't make sense that kind of push people into the black market, where those growers or processors are stuck between a conundrum of, do I follow some of these rules that don't really make sense, that make business harder to do, that don't really give better patient safety, or do I get pushed into something else that I don't really want to do either?
Testers claim that the lack of regulation economically incentivizes poor business tactics.
If you're trying to get into the home run derby and you use the steroids in order to give yourself an edge, and if you don't, and you're being honest, you may fall by the wayside, even though you may have a better product.
Despite the pressure, testers such as Havard Industries are advocating for honest and transparent testing.
I think we're just trying to advocate for transparent science, but as an American, I think we're supposed to be encouraged to question everything.
Havard Industries has just begun a new program encouraging consumers to send them their own medical marijuana to be tested for just $1. I'm Matthew Carson, reporting OU Nightly.
Thanks, Matthew. As of last week, over 300,000 Oklahomans are licensed to consume medical marijuana.
Parents, pack up your kids and go to the park, but you might want to walk instead of drive. Bella O'Neill-Dooley has that and more in today's Health Beat.
The car is a way for your new baby to see the world, but it's harder to explore if their seat is broken. Graco Baby is recalling select infant car seats sold from January to March. The base of the Graco Baby's Snug Ride Turn and Slide car seat has an unclear problem with its base. The only information Graco has is the issue with the base was discovered in post-production testing. President Donald Trump claims that a certain painkiller causes autism has affects women's usage during pregnancy. According to a study, acetaminophen, or more commonly known as Tylenol, is not being used as much by pregnant women in the ER. Major medical associations do not see the autism connection and still claim Tylenol is the safest over-the-counter pain reliever during pregnancy. RSV is still lingering into April, so most states are extending the immunization window. RSV is a leading cause of infant hospitalization, and federal data shows there is a significant jump in positive cases compared to last year. The reasons for the virus's extended stay is still unknown, but getting infants vaccinated is crucial as the illness continues to stick around. A 6-year-old in Pittsburgh is selling her art to raise $100,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital with her Draw for a Dream event. For more information, go to kdka.com. Reagan, Leah, back to you.
Thanks, Bella. One organization is seeking help from the Norman community.
We'll have more details on how you can help out when we return.
Severe weather will be impacting campus this weekend, and I'll be having everything you need to know after the break.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Welcome back to OU Nightly, and we had a beautiful day today. That sunshine, it's brought across most of the region. We have upper 60s right now here in Norman and 70s across the region, feeling more of that spring-like weather. And thankfully, those 70s are going to be sticking around for these next couple of days as we go for Wednesday. We're going to be in the mid-70s, 73 here in Norman, 76 in Oklahoma City, those 80s up in Guyman. Those aren't going to be coming here to the metro, thankfully, but unfortunately, you can't go outside to enjoy these because, well, we have very high oak tree allergies. So beware of those because that's very high. That's very significant, and those weeds are also on the rise. But thankfully, there will be relief in terms of rainfall, but maybe even some severe weather might be on the way. And that's because, well, you can see here with the Climate Prediction Center temperature outlook, above average temperatures will be in the southeast. That means a high pressure system is going to be situated over here, meaning a low will be forming over the plains, bringing some rain and storms. So I'll break it down for you right here. So you see this cold front's coming through. It's not going to make it all the way. It's going to be stationary. It's going to stay here, stick around from Thursday into your Friday, bringing some spotty showers with it, not severe, just going to be some spotty showers here and there, some rainfall. But then as it goes away, this dry line is going to be forming in Texas. This is going to be the main driver for severe weather for the end to your weekend. So Saturday is going to be that start of the risk. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued a slight risk for Saturday. This is subject to change. This could get bigger, could get smaller, but this is very high confidence that there will be severe weather in Texas. And then as we go into Sunday, this severe weather will be situated over the metro, over most of Oklahoma. And then it's going to be on top of that all the way out to Monday. They have issued a slight risk for severe weather for your Sunday, for your Monday. We're going to be having to monitor that, and what's driving it? Well, there's going to be this dry line situated right over western Oklahoma. This is going to be all that's driving these storms, and that's going to be driving some discrete supercells could be forming with this. Now, models aren't really steady on where it's going to be, so this could be shifting west, could be shifting east, but it's going to be sticking around in somewhat the same place as we go into Monday as well. And you can really see all this moisture here over central Oklahoma, those dry dew points off to the west. This is going to be bringing that severe threat. So you want to be prepared. Your campus weather authority is going to be monitoring this. Get signed up for Weather Call to hear from your OU Nightly meteorologist firsthand for only $12 a year. And then as we go into your week, it's all 70s, but the rain chances are going to be bringing up as we go into the end of the weekend, and then that severe weather threat. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even maybe Tuesday, we'll have to keep monitoring this, and we're going to be on top of this for the next couple of days, really seeing where is this severe weather threat's going to be.
Oh, goodness. Well, with that severe weather coming, I got to take advantage of the good weather for the next 2 days.
Enjoy the next couple of days. It's going to be that sunshine. Just beware of those allergies.
Right. I might go outside and play some pickleball or something.
Well, I definitely know what Scotty's talking about, those allergies, because I have been sneezing like crazy today. It's kind of bad. I can't do anything about it. So thanks for letting us know about that, Scotty.
Our Blood Institute is in need of your help. The organization is holding an emergency blood drive at Sooner Mall Monday from 10:30 to 1:30. Kai Staley, a consultant with the group, says the emergency drive comes after one of their events was canceled last minute. The cancellation has put the Institute behind in units they need to send to hospitals across the state. And following 5 consecutive wins at home on the hardwood at the Paycom Center.
The OKC Thunder are back on the road to reunite with a familiar foe tonight.
And OU baseball breaks a 16-year drought going all the way back to the birth of the iPad after a successful trip to Dallas. I have more on the Diamond Sports as well as more action on the court next in sports.
Winter is upon us, and every Oklahoman knows that that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation, or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, I'm Gracie Stubblefield, and it's time for sports. Starting out on the diamond, OU baseball headed to the Lone Star State to take on Dallas Baptist. The Sooners previously beat the Patriots earlier in the season at home, but were in Texas territory last night. The Sooners were dominant in Dallas, beating Dallas Baptist on the road for the first time since 2023 and their first season sweep since 2010. Senior Trey Gamble tied his career best with 2 doubles. Alongside back-to-back home runs from Brendan Brock and Nolan Stevens, the Sooners completed their season sweep of DBU with a final score of 9-3. Over in the big league, Chicago Cubs manager Craig Counsell announced today former Sooner Cade Horton will undergo Tommy John surgery after exiting Friday's game against Cleveland in the second inning. This surgery will take him out for the rest of the season. Swinging over to a Sooner spotlight, OU softball's Kendall Wells was named D1 Softball National Player of the Week and SEC Player of the Week today. These honors come after a stellar sweep against Kentucky over the weekend, where she tied the NCAA single-season freshman home run record with her 30th this season. In her first year, Wells is leaning on her more experienced teammates.
A mature approach towards hitting. She looks to Ella and others. I enjoy watching our team talk with each other.
Yeah, it's super cool. Honestly, didn't know until he said it out loud, but I think it's cool. Just keep working hard. We have a lot of season left.
The NCAA transfer portal window officially opened today, with OU men's basketball Jeff Nwankwo and Andreas Holst making the Sooners' first potential losses of the cycle, according to social media. Nwankwo's time as a Sooner for 2 seasons saw little playing time, while Holst did not play during his starting season in Norman. After a 139-96 home win against the Lakers last Thursday, the Thunder are on yet another road trip to California to meet back up with the LA-based team tonight at 9:30. Lou Dort exited Thursday's game after a hard fall, but not before the guard put up 14 points with 4 3-pointers in the first half. Los Angeles will be down 2 major players tonight, with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves both sustaining injuries during the first half of the game on Thursday in OKC. Reagan, Leah.
Thanks, Gracie. A record-breaking space mission is returning home.
We'll have more details on the trip when we come back.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
At the OU Nightly Update Desk. A shooting at Pauls Valley High School leaves the school's principal injured. According to the Garvin County Sheriff's Office, Principal Kirk Moore was shot and airlifted to a hospital. The office says no students or other faculty members were injured, and the shooter is in custody. We'll continue to follow the story as it develops. Leah, Reagan, back to you. Thanks, Shayna. And the Medieval Fair is this weekend, and looks like temperatures could be pretty nice. But Scotty, what can everyone expect?
Yeah, that's right. We have those 70s for most of the week. The sunshine there Wednesday and Thursday, but Friday, we have some spotty showers to go out Friday. There might not be as much rain, but then those storms are going to be ramping up as we go into Saturday and Sunday. So try to get all your Medieval Fair on Friday and beware and stay weather aware for the end of the weekend, because that severe threat might be potentially impactful, and your campus weather authority will continue to monitor it, keep updated with all the OU Nightly social medias, and we'll just keep looking at it.
All right, thank you, Scotty. The Artemis II crew is headed back to Earth with a new record.
The 4 astronauts traveled farther from Earth than anyone in history.
Their maximum distance of about 252,000 miles broke the 1970 record set by Apollo 13.
During their historic trip, the crew saw Earth rise, experienced a total solar eclipse, and got an unprecedented view of the moon's far side.
The crew observed features that have never been seen directly by human eyes, and President Trump says he wants to establish a permanent presence on the moon and push on to Mars.
That's so exciting. I want to go to the moon.
I'll stay out of that one.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. Be sure to watch OU Nightly weekdays live at 4:30. Good night.